What's up, everyone? Welcome back to PokéGuys Pulling on a Budget.
Welcome back.
So today we're going to knock out the Gen 2 challenge and our generational challenge. We're going to be over here at the Front Row Card Show. We did already make our rounds to make sure that they had bulk. They do. There are bulk boxes in there, so we're going to go in there and we're going to knock out these 100 Pokemon that we need to get. I got 100 seconds on the clock. I did take off 5 seconds because we do already have 2 of the cards that we need.
What did he say?
In the back there, Ho-Oh and Lugia. Some of the general rules are everything has to be sleeved and folded before this timer hits 0. Everything has to be from the card show other than these 2 boxes, and it has to come from either bulk boxes or binders, no case cards, because we're doing this on a budget. So let's get in there, and the timer starts now. So I'm going to go ahead and sleeve Lugia and Ho-Oh and put them in the binder just to get the first 2 in here. Done and done. Oh, come over here real fast. I'll show everyone what I did this time. Instead of just the names and numbers, now we got pictures of the Pokemon in there. As we get deeper into the generations, so there's some Pokemon that I don't know what they look like, so it's better to have the pictures on there too. And that knocked out a whole minute and 20 seconds. Let's go. Super busy, which is going to add to the challenge. After you guys saw me catastrophically fail the Gen 1, which if you didn't, look up in the corner, click on that and watch that.
Just do it!
I decided to give myself a little bit more time for this one.
One of the things I was unprepared for in regards to this challenge was just how many people were going to be at this card show. I mean, it was crazy packed. And I was trying to stay out of everyone's way, but also do my challenge at the same time.
The one thing I'm doing to make it a little bit quicker is looking at the number on each of the cards, because I know we're looking for 152 to 251. So there's Steelix.
Little did I know that that trick was not going to help me pass this vendor. So one thing that I didn't account for, which I'll talk about later, was the fact that once we actually had some of the Gen 2 Pokemon in the folder, it was a lot harder to just use the numbers in order to get what we need, because then we had to make sure that we didn't already have said Pokemon in the folder once we saw a number that fell within our range. So I definitely underprepared where that was concerned, but maybe the pictures would help us out.
Can I ask what the timer's for?
Because I have 100 minutes to collect all 100 Gen 2 Pokemon. Yeah.
I would ask more questions.
You can ask all the questions you want. I can multitask.
Don't take it. Well, I can't, so I don't assume others can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Personal challenge?
Nope, YouTube channel.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So if you go on YouTube and you look up PokéGuys Pulling on a Budget,
$1?
that's us. Which is why you see me sifting through bulk.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
So one of the coolest things about this community is how it just brings everyone together. So you heard the vendor asking about the timer. The 2 gentlemen next to me started asking questions. I didn't want them to shy away from being able to asking questions. Yeah, I look busy, but I'm always going to take the time to talk to people and let them know what's going on. Because not only does it increase our reach on the channel, it also kind of helps people educate them. So right here, I'm telling them about how to look at the numbers on the cards and all that good stuff, because they'd never even noticed that before. We start talking about how we're looking for Chikorita to Celibi. That kind of clicked in his brain as far as what Pokemon we're looking for. And at the same time, the vendors just kind of talking to us about how we can best do this challenge. But it's that kind of community in general that allows us to keep going. And they actually found me a couple of cards, so I was very grateful for everyone involved, helping us reach our goal, trying to get this done. So again, thank you so much for your help if you're watching this. I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but we definitely appreciate you here at PokéGuys pulling on a budget.
Oh, and they can't have anything before the name. I think I forgot to say that in the intro.
Nope, that makes sense.
So like trainers' names, the dark, the radiant, the shining.
No special Pokemon.
Right.
And here we had the kids come up, and one of them actually yelled, like, "Dad, I want a pack," because they saw the pack display on there. And I checked in with the vendor and made sure it was okay if I gave them some trick or trade packs, because I don't want to take away from the vendors while they're trying to move their own product. So I made sure to tell her, like, hey, it's just a trick or trade pack for the kids, while her husband was dealing with the actual customer at their table. And they're kind of going back and forth and talking about what they're going to do with that customer. And I eventually hit a point where I was able to give those packs to those kids and made their day and all that good stuff. So that was a lot of fun too. And then here we decided to move on from the table. You saw me counting out the cards. I start asking her how much it's going to be. There was a little fumbling about price and all that good stuff because she multiplied it by 4 instead of dividing it by 4. But we eventually got there and we figured it out. It was a good laugh.
Long day. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks. Good luck on your.
Can I use your table to sleeve them and folder them real fast?
Sure. Come over here.
Over at the Magic? So we were able to knock out basically a third.
Nice.
I feel like I should sleeve them all and then folder them. So we're gonna do that.
All right, and here we start sleeving those first 31 Pokemon that we picked up for this Gen 2 challenge. I did kind of go back and forth about whether I was going to sleeve them all because we talked about it in the Gen 1 challenge, sleeving them all and then foldering them, or foldering them as we go. What I decided to do was sleeve them all as much as I could. If one of the Pokemon that I was sleeving ended up being on the page that I was on, then I just threw it in the folder. That way it was already taken care of. So you see me going through here, sleeving, and then going through the Pokemon, making sure that I had the ones from that page, rifling through the 31, making sure I had the ones from that page. Because I figured at this point, having to also run around the card show, I was going to waste a lot of time by sorting them and putting them in numerical order. Maybe it would have helped, maybe it wouldn't, but this is kind of what I went into with this mindset. You saw the guy come up to me there. I did ask him if I needed to get out of his way. So keep in mind, we're also not trying to interrupt everyone else's experience at the card show. just because I don't want to be that guy. So every time someone walked up, I'd ask them like, hey, am I in your way? Do I need to move? I want you to be able to see their product, all that kind of good stuff. But, you know, we got all 31 in the folder pretty quickly here. You can see the timer's just dwindling down as we go. I want to make sure she got her price tags back, and then we were off and running after we gave her a big thank you for getting us a third of the way there. And as we move on to the next table, I'll give you a word from one of our affiliates. Do you need clean energy that actually works? Enter Dubby. Dubby is my go-to powdered energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor, which is proven to boost brain performance. Obviously, I need some right now. One scoop with cold water gives you about 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee. Without the jitters or crash, it is sugar-free, 0 calorie, no fillers, and no artificial flavor. Whether you're opening packs, grinding on games, or just powering through your day, Dubby keeps you focused and energized as you go throughout your day. With exciting flavors like s'mores, tiger's blood, and dragonade, you can't go wrong, and there's plenty to choose from. Make sure you go to dubby.gg and enter code PokéGuys, that's PokéGuys, code's on the screen, for a discount to help us keep funding pack openings on a budget. Thanks, Dubby.
Hi.
Hi,
How much you guys asking for the Pokemon Bolt?
It's 10 for $1.
10 for $1? Okay, I'm gonna sit here and rifle through it, okay?
Go for it.
So the real challenge at this point is now that I have Pokemon, I can't just look at the numbers. See, like Sneasel, I already have it.
This vendor was one of the nicest vendors that I've worked with this day so far. 10 for 1 on bulk. You can't go wrong. So here I think the play was to just try and knock out, and we're always going to take time to give a kid a pack like we did at the last vendor. But I think the time spent here was trying to get as much of that 10 for 1 as possible within the Gen 3. The only tricky thing was trying to navigate now that we actually had cards in the folder. As I said before, I couldn't just look at the numbers and know like, oh yeah, this is a Gen 2 Pokemon. So I had to actually look and see right there. You saw me open the folder, what I had versus what I didn't have, and then try and find what I could. But yeah, so rifling through everything. People are coming by. I'm making sure that I'm staying out of people's ways and just trying to make the best of the situation. And of course, I'm checking in with the vendors and making sure that I can use their table, have my folder where it is, and all that good stuff. Trying to stay out of people's way while I rifle through bulk.
So that quillfish doesn't count because it says Hussein on it.
And again, like we said at the first table, it can't have anything in front of the Pokemon's name.
While you're getting the change, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're waiting, huh? That's right. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna sleeve them real fast and put them in my binder.
That's fine. Sure.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You can get in my way. Push me out of the way. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Yeah.
You don't mind if I use your table real fast?
No, yep,
Okay.
go for it.
And again, you know, I'm asking the vendors, I'm asking the patrons, trying to talk with the vendors like, hey, am I in your way? Let me know if I need to move, all that good stuff. This gentleman up here in the black was actually really curious as to what we were doing as well. So it generated a lot of conversation with the community as far as the Gen 2 challenge, why I had a timer, all that kind of good stuff.
We're running out of time. On to the next one. Thank you.
Let's pick up the pace.
So we're sitting at what, 45? So not even halfway. Almost half the time gone. How's it going? So, can I put this down right here real fast? Is that okay? I'm gonna rifle through your bulk. I have 53 minutes to collect the rest of these Gen 2 Pokemon.
Is this like a time challenge?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Good luck.
So I'm gonna rifle through that.
So of course, we get to work. And little did I know, while I was at this vendor, which is Gumball Wizard TCG, something unexpected was about to happen. So this vendor comes over and starts asking me questions like everyone else about what's going on, and starts helping me go through the bulk. Like, I cannot express enough how grateful I am, and how at this point I'm feeling kind of the pressure, and he just starts rifling through it with me.
Wow.
And starts asking questions about, does this card work? Does that card work? And really just kind of puts together a team effort to try and get this thing done. So Gumball Wizard TCG, I'm super appreciative of you guys helping me try and complete this Gen 2 challenge. It meant the world to me that you literally took time out of your day to rifle through bulk with me and try and get this done. So go check them out on Instagram, Gumball Wizard TCG. I cannot say thank you enough. But I did make sure to tell him, don't let this interrupt any sales. So if anyone comes up, please drop what you're doing and do your thing, because I don't want to be the reason why he loses out on sales because I'm rifling through bulk. But as we got through it, we were able to add a whole bunch of cards to the folder, and you'll see that here in just a second when we slow back down from the fast moving things.
I think I came over here having 45. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah, so.
Will be happy.
Yeah, we'll see. I still gotta.
I mean, surprisingly, you found one Breon and Espeon.
We found a bunch. Yeah, I appreciate your help so much. Thank you, and I might be back. What's that? That's a timer. All right, let's go find somewhere to sleeve this. Let's go that way. That way it's busy with Beckett. So the cool thing about that is I heard him tell someone else that the bulk was $1 a piece. I'm gonna share the table with you.
So right here, I found the table back out by the front, and I just started going to town on making sure that all that stuff was put where it needed to be.
Once again, it's gonna come down to sleeving them and getting them in the folder.
Gotta be quicker next time.
Honestly, it was just a time killer trying to sleeve them and get them in the folder.
Ah, I got 2 bay leaves.
And then that happens, right? I mean, we're going through so many cards that you don't know if you're gonna get dupes.
So Corsola doesn't count because he got me a Galarian one, I think. That's okay, because I'm pretty sure I pulled one as well. See, I pulled a Corsola as well.
So the goal here was just to get the rest of them sleeved and then be on our merry way.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. 70 cards down, 30 to go. Yikes. You're good. How much do you guys charge for your bulk?
For what?
For the bulk?
We vary, so anywhere from $1 and up.
Okay.
So I kind of hit this vendor, and then you'll see another one pretty back to back here. They were kind of right next to each other, and it was just a lot easier to speed this up for you guys to save you time. But I'm also rifling through their bulk. She was more of a it depends on the card kind of person, so we ended up dropping $5 here on 7 cards, but that got us 7 cards closer to the end goal, and it was really easy to do. Pay her and we're off. And like I said, the next table was right next to it. This guy was doing 2 for $1 on his bulk, so we were kind of going through and just seeing what we could grab real fast because it was sitting there. and I was able to pick up 2 cards from this vendor, and only having to pay $1 for them isn't bad. He also asked about the timer and what it was all about, so we got to explain it to him as we were going along. You'll see him come up and start asking questions in a second. There were a couple of guys that walked up as well and asked us what was going on. So again, just fostering that conversation with the community and all that good stuff, and it was just honestly so much fun.
Go back to that first table. We only went through one column.
And here we go.
You have stuff that's alphabetized.
Well, alphabet.
Yeah.
But yes. No one's there now.
Yeah.
Oh, you only got 4 minutes left?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So it's go time. Yeah, close enough where I can feel like I can do it in 4 minutes.
So we got to work, and this time we were going through their alphabetized bulk. I had roughly 10, 15, I think maybe even 20 Pokemon left at this point, and I wanted to narrow down which ones we need. But little did I know, time was running out.
Loser, loser.
And unfortunately, yet again, 0-2, failed the Gen 2 challenge, but that's okay. You guys are going to see a poll posted in a few days with different options on it on what I have to do to make up for failing you. In the meantime, what I need you to do is like this video down below, comment what your favorite Pokeball is, and subscribe to the channel because we're still trying to give away that Houndstone EX box. We didn't quite make the cutoff to have the mystery slab included in that, so I moved it down to the 500 sub there, and we'll try and give it away at that point. I didn't do the budget at the beginning because of the hoopla of the card show, so we're going to get that up on the screen. We'll add $200 to it for the month of October, and then we're going to take off the roughly $40 we spent. I think the grand total was $37.50 on the challenge, but we'll round it up to 40 for easy math, and we'll take that off right now. Thank you guys so much for watching PokéGuys Pulling on a Budget. We couldn't do it without you. As always, we'll see you on the next one.